Alright, Shalom, Micah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakha Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches the word in our true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson on how this is going to be a time like no other, where everything in this lifetime is going to, you know, be at its highest degree. Everything's gonna be great. As like the brother Aaron say, you know, everything, you got Babylon and great confusion at its height. Wickedness is at its height. This destruction is gonna be great. You know, so everything in this lifetime is about to be intensified, especially these plagues, man. You know, especially these plagues. Matter of fact, before I get into this article, let's start off with this in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And verse 5, it says, Behold, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See? So these are the things that's on the planet Earth and are intensifying, man. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. See? So that's why see how wickedness is great in this lifetime. So that's why it's going to take great destruction, a great death, a great famine to compensate for that, man. You know? It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful words are fulfilled. And that's why we got these things on the scenes. It's going back to the article. And this is why you have mechanical dogs, man. This is all part the drama of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because this time that we're coming into cannot be compared to any time, man. With technology, it is knowledge should be increased. This technology, and not just any type of technology, the technology of killing the sword, and this is all part of, the arsenal, of Esau. But really, this is all the arsenal of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So this is from RT News, and it reads, Border Patrol testing robot dogs. So now Esau coming out with it. Which, if he's coming out with something, he already had it 20 years ago. He just not letting the people know. And that lets you know he has perfected these things to a certain extent. And these just the ones that you just see, with the camera on. Imagine what he, without no camera, no, recording. You see these other, the real robot dogs. So it says mechanical musks are being trailed as force multipliers along the U.S.-Mexican border. See, and guess what? It was for Issachar, man. Because this nigga lusts after the blood of Jake. That's who he really want. Jake, It says the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has offered a pack of robot dogs, officially named automated ground surveillance vehicles, to Customs and Border Patrol for use in monitoring the vast border with Mexico. See? It says, let's see. It says the program intends to leverage technology to force multiply the agency's presence along the border and reduce human exposure to life-threatening hazards, according to a press release Tuesday, which praised the four-legged bot's performance on harsh terrain. See, And these are killing instruments, man. You know, these are weapons. You know, and it's deep. And they don't just got the robot dog. They got these different. They have the mechanical flies. They got different insects. You know, they got I believe they had like the robot cheetah. But they also got the killing robots, like the military robots, man. This is the sword that's in power right now, and we seeing it on display, man. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's jump down. Yeah, this is it. It reads in 2020, the U.S. military. See, and that's going to be the norm to hear about the military. See, for this man to make that next transition, the military is going to be there to enforce that transition. You know, so the teeth will be used. It says in 2020, the U.S. military also worked with the doll's manufacturer, see, Ghost Robotics, to patrol military bases. It says while the company itself has collaborated with gun manufacturer Sword International, see, see that ain't just done. You see it Sword in all caps. Is an acronym or not? It's the Sword in all caps because that's who we dealing with, the Sword himself. So there's a gun manufacturer, Sword International, and that in itself lets you know it's different levels of the sword. From a literal sword to a gun to a needle. Even Debbie Cakes, that's a form of the sword. Because that's an attack, on your insides. But the point is, why the word sword there? Because that's Esau Edom, man. It says Sword International to create an armed version, see, of its dogs capable of taking down targets almost 4,000 feet away. And yeah, you had that one picture where the dog had the big old 50 cal on their back, man. You know, but it's that's just the point. This is the time like no other, man. And there's other things that's gonna be a part of the theatrics. You know, you're gonna have the newly created beasts as well. But a big part of the plays is going to be Esau, the sword himself. He's going to help bring forth that trouble. This is Daniel 12 verse 1. It reads, and at that time, see, shall Michael stand up, the great prince will stand up for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. See, so there's a point in time these things are going to take place upon the planet Earth. And we in that season. Well, because everything is now being introduced. The famine is now coming in the room. Uh, you know, Lockdowns, these pestilences, these more draconian laws, all these things are now coming on the scene. And it ain't like they leaving the room, it's intensifying. The mechanical dolls has now stepped in the room now. And then a plethora of other things is going to cause distress and anguish, which is all an effort. This is all the necessary steps to the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. You know? But it's a point in time trouble will come. It says such as never when since there was a nation, even to that same time. So yeah, this is gonna be worse than 70 AD, man. Yeah, it's certain parts of history you can kind of gauge how things will take place, but it tells you that the word of the Lord is gonna prosper whereto He said it. So you can say it's gonna get bad, but it's gonna be bad according to Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, not to what we can think is what we think bad is. You know, these you can go into the potato famine. That was a cold, event. But this time right here is this famine is gonna outdo that. You know, See, that's the spirit. Great miseries come to that's the spirit. Matter of fact, let's get that. Matter of fact, let me finish off and let me get that. It says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that should be found written in the book. And that's what it's going to have to take, man. That's how bad it's going to get. It's nothing going to be carnal. Nothing carnal. That's going to cause us to escape, make us to escape the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shah. We're going to have to actually be found written in the book. It's ultimately predestined from the beginning, the elect. You know, and within that, the elect is gonna be preserved, you know, through these different miracles, man. Because it's gonna have to take a great salvation. If it's gonna be a great destruction, it's gonna have to take a great salvation. You know. So that means what? It's gonna take a step further. Divine intervention will take place, man. You know. So matter of fact, let's get that in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. 2nd Ezra 8, verse 50. For many great miseries. See, it says many great miseries. So it's not just gonna be one thing to worry about. You know, cause you might be running from that mechanical dog, but then also you ain't ate in 4 days. When you run, just say you get away from that dog, ain't like you done. Now you still gotta find something to eat. But even in that, there's a plethora of things that's going to take place upon the planet Earth. Power outages, you know, and everything, man. That's going to be the medicine for America, and really for Esau, even the so-called white man, and the Americans, these proud Babylonians, man. Matter of fact, let's get it. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. And that's just not because you in this time on the planet Earth. No, it's the ones that have subscribed to this system, that have cleaved on to the ways of the so-called white man. From this nigga, from you actually trying to go to college and make it here, signing up for the military. Oh, you ain't gotta do all that. You got in your mind that you're gonna still be here the next 10 years and you got plans to make a soft landing. You know, that's including you as well. Those are the ones that dwell in the world. It says because they have walked in great pride, see? And that give you a subtle clue of who's ruling, who's gonna be ruling. The Edomites. You know? But this is the same man that's gonna bring forth. He's gonna be a part of that misery. He's the ones that are gonna help bring forth that misery. Let's get that. Because these laws and legislations that's being passed, you know, these things that you see, these are the different articles, the different news breaking news, and the rhetoric that this man puts forth, ultimately, is to wage war, man. You know, to bring forth that hell, because he himself know that is about to kick the bucket, man. So all this is an act of desperation, and there is nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. And Esau's a wounded animal, man. The Lord have once again smoked this man, and this blow is for the knockout, man. See, that first one was, you know, the Lord set it up to just to pick him back up and knock him out again. You know what I mean? So when the time the Lord has smoked this man, he acknowledging that he can't get up. So that's why the military is about to be involved. So let's get this Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, see? And that right grievousness which they have prescribed, see? So that grievousness, the word, one of those words is trouble. So he writes, he's the one that's going to bring forth that trouble. These different executive orders, you know, there's a thing called summary execution where they can just kill you right on sight. You know, all these things are in law. All these things are in play. You know, the sword will be activated, which the sword is activated, which is going to intensify. It's going to intensify because the Lord is going to, you know, hit Israel one more good time before the kingdom is established, man. Let's see. Psalm 17, matter of fact, I start at 8. Psalm 17, matter of fact, I start at 7. It says, show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand. See? And how the Lord showing his marvelous kindness. By this truth, man. This is how Yahweh Shema Shai is showing comparison. This is how mercy is being bestowed. You know, the what scripture says, peace I leave with you, not as the world giveth. This is not the conventional way of how the world see as peace or mercy or loving kindness. You know, the Lord, because it tells you he gonna say the upright and hard. So this, by the way, it is truth. You know, that the Lord's gonna, show that mercy, man. So it says, show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand. Yahweh Shai, man. See, them that put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. See, because that's what it's gonna take, man. I'm just gonna have the wholehearted trust in Yahweh Shema Shai against those that rise up against us. And who is that? The Edomites, the so-called white man, the sword. You know, with this bitter cry, this man is crying. He's gonna act upon it. And with this man, his blessing is the sword. You know, so as you can see, he has weaponized mechanical dogs. You know, and there's other things that he haven't put on display that he got. So that's why it's going to have to take divine intervention. It says, keep me as the apple of thy eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. See, yeah, so, and that lets you know, we don't have no physical defense. You know, it's a spiritual thing. Yahweh Shema Shai gonna lift up that standard in that day, man. You know, this man has compassed us about, from the area we stay in, to your status. You can only, this man got us surrounded on all levels, man. And you see the key word, deadly. Like I said, this nigga, he supposed to be a mechanical dog. I just remember back in the, younger, they had the little toy mechanical dog. Now that nigga put a gun on that, man. You know? The deadly enemy who compares me about. It says they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. And yeah, these elites, they speaking proudly concerning, by the way, their laws and their legislations. Because they, as a tell, they're going to put you down in law, man. It says they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, them satellites. And that's the eagle, man. Who else could they be talking about? It said, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, see? And that's who they lost after the blood of Israel. Why do you think they testing it out at the borders of Mexico? That's what Issachar is. And that's who they've been longing for, the blood of Jake, man. It says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, see? So it's gonna be Yahweh Shema Shai that's gonna have to disappoint this man. That standard is gonna have to be lifted. You know, or it tells you that sword, it was sharpened and given to the hand of the slayer. The slayer is Yahweh Shema Shai. And that sword, Esau, it has been sharpened. This man, his the night vision goggle has been enhanced, you know, because a lot of these roundos gonna happen when that power outage take place, you know, and a plethora of other things. These strategic military weapons is being enhanced and upgraded. Well, that's Yahweh Shema Shai sharpening the sword, you know. It says, "From men which are thy hands, see, O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in this life." See, who is this talking about? The Edomites, starting with the elites, because they're the ones that's going to send the hit. They're the ones that's going to get a go. You know, that's why it says in the book of Wisdom, Solomon, the second chapter, let us see if his words be true. You know, it says, "In whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes." Yeah, that's talking about the elites. But the Lord is going to disappoint them. The Lord is going to overthrow this man. Or it tells you that their sword is going to enter into their own heart. Because the perfection of that is going to be the missiles is going to destroy America. The very thing that brought forth the fabulous fifth is they got America on top, you know, that really established the throne of Esau. It's going to be the very same thing that's going to overthrow him, you know. But just going back to the point is that we in a time like no other. That's why mechanical dolls is on the scene now, you know, and different technology which is set up to really destroy you, man. You know? So yeah, I just hope to edify. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakha Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word and all truth.